Should we dig into technicals?
So I'm still seeing this area at 101,500 hold, which has been an important area of support for the Dixie for the past few weeks. Big,
Is that double?
not a massive. Yeah, we got a double bottom. This is what we were calling the head and shoulders pattern as well. Head and shoulders on the monthly, which is prices. Obviously, 5 days left on the month. We're trading just below that head and shoulders pattern. Obviously, we broke that head and shoulders, broke the neckline. We've come down, prices come down, but it gave us that rejection of the neckline on the monthly. Should we have a look into the weekly? So if we look at that rejection on the weekly, like you say, you can see that neckline broke, but it didn't close below. It's pulled back, and we've closed. This is last week. We closed at above that neckline. Then the week just gone, we're still trading above that neckline, above that 101,500 area, which is, as mentioned, is an important support. But once again, we see the wick to the upside, so there's not a lot of buying momentum in the market at the minute on the Dixie. After the daily, we did break below that neckline and closed there on Thursday. That was the week prior. So yeah, we did close down there, but then prices come up above that neckline. It hasn't held as resistance, so that head and shoulders pattern still not been validated yet. Like I say, want to see this 101.5 area break, retest, and then we were looking at that pretty much free fall area all the way down to the 99.5 range. So we're still waiting on the Dixie to break that important area of support. So have we got any big fundamentals coming up this week? Is it worth me jumping into fundamentals there quick?
Yeah,
Yo.
there is this week. We do have quite a bit coming up.
So last week we had the Empire State in Manufacturing Index that was unforeseen on the 3-week technicals the week before. So it was forecast to come in minus 17.7. It come in 10.8, which was way above forecast and way above previous. And that was on the Monday. Can you see my chart now? Or is it still on Forex Factory?
I'm looking at Forex Factory.
Yeah. I need to share my screen. Probably. Sorry, I'll just go back. So yeah, we've seen this number came in high and the market reacted. We've seen a lot of strength in the US dollar, but it made sense as we were looking at GU, gold. A lot of USD pairs were due a retracement. They say we've had unnatural movements and we've had these big upward moves. So we're expecting a little bit of a pullback. So we did see that in the market with the Empire State Manufacturing Index coming in way above forecast. What else did we have? GBP claiming change coming weak for the pound. CPI year on year, so we were seeing inflation in Britain. So we had everything's come in above forecast. So we're going to see some strength in the pound as well. And what else did we have? US dollar unemployment claims came in below forecast. So weakness for the US dollar. GBP flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI conflicting. So we had one come in. The flash services PMI came in above, and the flash manufacturing PMI came in below. US dollar flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI both came in. USD strength both came in above forecast. So what have we got for this week? Ranges we got GB consumer confidence forecast stagnant.
And they've been predicting that stagnant from the last term as well. Unemployment claims, I
What was
think,
that?
will be very interesting.
Unemployment, unemployment claim, advanced GDP quarter on quarter is predicted to come in lower, and we got unemployment claims predicted to come in higher. So this could give us a bit of direction in the market. If this comes in lower then we'll see. Like I say, we want to see that neckline break on the Dixie. Once we see that break and confirmed, then we can
Well, I
predict
think the
that.
advanced GDP actually could come in at target. We did have some initial signs of contraction 2 weeks ago. So if that does come in lower, it'll be another sign of contraction in the market.
want to pay attention to: advanced GDP, unemployment claims, core PC price index, and employment cost index, both predicted to come in pretty much stagnant. But yeah,
Nothing
not a
too
major this week.
exciting.
Yeah,
So we could see us
few things to keep an eye
consolidating,
on.
and I think that's quite apparent on the data as well that I'm seeing. There's not real much price movement.
Yeah, it's prime, market's prime already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the Dixie we were looking at. So we're just expecting some consolidation in this area, like you mentioned. Maybe I've been
I'd
looking
like
on
to
a
see a bounce
pullback
up
to
to
this
that
area.
level at 103. Yeah. I believe like
Yeah,
we were seeing there's no wick on that candle. Was that your weekly candle to the
sorry, that was
downside?
yeah. There's like you say, there's
Very minimal compared to the top. So there's a lot of sell volume.
yeah. I'd like to see a retracement up into this area, but it's just obviously adapt and react. Yeah, like you say, we've
There's a
seen
nice
this area
channel
of
there as well.
yeah. There's a channel dropping down, like you say.
So it looks like on the daily, we should retest. We're in a symmetrical triangle as such. It's not particularly adjusted, but I guess it's another touch now at 101.5. Based on what off the daily, if we wanted to take a position off there, that's where I would look to enter at 101.5.
For a bounce up to the trend
Yeah.
line. Yeah, say
We haven't had any confirmation
probably
yet
see.
breaking back above that level at 105. So I'd like to see a confirmation at that level.
Yeah,
But
we could
yeah,
see.
exactly what you're drawing out there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and that's when we see the once we if you see a confirmation, if you see a confirmation of that head and shoulders pattern on the monthly, that's a very bearish indicator, isn't it? It's a massive. If you look at that, it's a nice clean head and shoulders pattern, and we're sitting at that neckline now. So if we do
That's a
say, we'd
big
probably
monthly
see a bit of
support.
sideways. Yeah, big monthly support with these with this so big monthly support with that free fall there. Very bullish. If we see this head and shoulders pattern confirm, very bearish, sorry, on the dollar, and we will see this retracement down to or this bearish move down to, I'd say, around 96 area. But yeah, let's delve into go have a look at gold.
Yeah, let's go gold.
In here, a little bit choppy. If we look at the monthly, we've got 5 days till closure. Got big wick to the upside. So we're still showing bullish structure on gold. So we still got this structure point in play. We're still showing bullish, but if we look at this recent candle, yeah, sorry, this is the monthly. Yeah, so we got 5 days to close out on this monthly, and we can see this big wick to the upside. If we look at previous price history, we see the same sort of thing happened here, where it's broke through the 2K mark. It's come up here, it's made these highs, but then on the month, that monthly candle, it's pulled all the way back in, left us the big wick, similar to what we're seeing now. And then we've seen a downward movement to grab liquidity. Obviously, we're still bullish on gold with how the Dixie's looking and how gold reacts in times of war and recession. So we're still bullish on gold, but we are definitely due a retracement. We go down into the weekly, we're still bullish on the weekly, nice bullish structure. We've still got this structure point in play. Price has broken below it, but we've not taken out these higher lows. So if we look at this area, so this is still it's like our bullish flag pattern. So it's broken through that trend line. It's closed below that trend line, but just looking at this structure on the weekly, we are still bullish, and price has left us this wick at that area. So it came down, it's tested this higher low, and it's pulled back up. So if we go down into the daily, let's just have a look at any patterns on that weekly. So yeah, it's just this. It was the 2K. So we got this 2K, just this 2K area still holding as an important
I think
area
for
of resistance.
some nice organic growth, it would be good to see a retest of that daily structure point.
Yes, like you say, we've broken daily structure to the downside. So even though we're on the monthly we're bullish, on the weekly we're still bullish. This is just more of a complex pullback. If we go down into the daily, we can see that pullback playing out, but we have actually gone bearish on the daily. So we can see, yeah, we've started making higher highs, higher lows, and then we've started consolidating in this area. And it's given us this daily structure points, these higher, well, they're not higher lows, they're just these lows obviously broken with this last candle, which is the last day on which was the Friday of last week. So we broke through this bullish structure's now gone bearish with these lows being broken, but we've not yet seen a retest of that area. So we've broken down. Obviously, once again, if we go back to the weekly, we're talking about a complex pullback in a bullish structure. If we look in the daily, we're seeing that daily structure break, but we haven't seen a retest or confirmation of that. So price could open up and it could retest that daily structure point and then continue further down to, if we have a look on the weekly, we could potentially see 1960 retested again. But we have a weekly structure point here. So if that weekly structure point breaks, we could see more bearish momentum come in, potentially retesting this weekly structure point. If we go back down into the daily. So yeah, it's looking a bit choppy at the minute, gold. Just looking off previous price history, we've had that big move to the upside and then we've gone into a long period of consolidation. So it is due a retracement. It needs it to stay healthy. But yeah, I see. I won't be trading gold in this area. I'll be waiting for possibly a retest of 1960 area. For taking longs, I'd like to see potentially maybe this area break this daily structure where this consolidation is. If we break above that daily structure point and pull back into this trend line, which will obviously, if we come up here, we don't retest the daily structure point, that doesn't hold as resistance. We break through this daily structure point, which now the daily structure would have gone bullish, and then we come for a retest, which will be that daily structure point and falls in line with the 2K area and this trend line on the bullish pattern. And then we could see if these areas break, that's where the highest probability longs are. We could decent probability longs from these structure breaks, higher probability longs from a break and retest up this area. We could look for short positions. A break and retest of, I'd say, around this area. So these weekly structure points for this higher low. If this breaks and retests, we could short down to around this area. But I say I'm bullish on gold, so I won't be looking to short and take counters on it. But yeah, that's pretty much gold at the minute. Anyone add to that? Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, dirty habit. I think gold is really just looking for some dollar to give it guidance. Likewise, we'll go into S&P, I guess, as well. But the movements are very similar. As you said, like we didn't get the confirmation that we were hoping to get above 2K. So it's just we need guidance, and the dollar's really going to be the only thing. We need a major fundamental play here if we're going to manage to secure 2000. So I think what we're likely to see now is more of a healthy retest.
It's if this plays out, that's when we're going to see that 2K hold, isn't it? If we go into free fall territory here, if we see that head and shoulders pattern play out on a monthly, confirm, and then we start to see bearish momentum come into the Dixie, we're going to see that 2K break and hold, aren't we?
Can you go to a 4-hour second?
Yeah, on the Dixie.
Yeah, I know, on the gold.
On the gold. Yeah. So on the foot, we got that weekly structure point as well there, which is we don't know. Yeah, so that's our previous weekly structure point. Yeah, so that's our previous weekly structure point. So when it's come back with the initial retest, it's on the 4-hour, it's come back. It's retested here. Nice exhaustion work. Same again here. Nice exhaustion work. It's broke through this area, but it's pulled back inside and carried on, continued trading in that range. This time it's broken below that weekly structure point. It managed to establish support established support with a little bit of a doji, a little bit of a wick either side.
Indecision, yeah.
Yeah, indecision, and it broke up. It retested sort of. It's filled this gap on the 4 hour. This big impulse move to the downside. It's come up, retested that area, and then it's broken down below this weekly structure point, and now looks like we're coming to retest and potentially go down to grab liquidity. But yeah, it's that yeah, as you can see, that weekly structure point's been
I could see us
holding here.
breaking out
It's
off
been
the 4
holding.
hour. I could see us definitely pumping up. That's a clear double bottom. So I'd like to see us, and I think we will see us break through 1988 this week, possibly after the close today.
Yeah, like you say, this area, the 1988.
Yeah, that's looking like maybe Monday or Tuesday we should break above 1988.
You think we're gonna break back above it now off this
Yeah.
double bottom?
Yeah, I'm basing off
Yeah,
the 4 hour double bottom.
and it's if we have a look at the weekly.
Lower time frames are more bullish.
Yeah, if we see the weekly wick as well, it's come down and it's just sat on that weekly structure point. It's
So your trend line there, I like to include my wicks in.
no, that's a daily, that one, bro.
Okay,
That's off these on the daily.
because I think you could
Good,
probably bring in some more candles
yeah,
into that. Just
yeah,
by
I could probably,
readjust
like I
it.
say, when I done that first trend line, it was early doors. Like we had none of this, so obviously I've just gone off these couple of
Yeah,
wicks.
it's
Yeah,
all about
but yeah,
data, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Should I
Yeah, I
do
could
a
probably do a bullish
BTC?
seven. Yeah, do you want to put a BTC up?
Yeah, so BTC got the movement that we expected last week. I'll go into.
Make it a good bit of money on that one, did you, bro?
Yeah, that's playing out nicely. I still haven't taken profit on it though yet.
You moved your stops.
I've moved my stops. Everything's into profit, so make the trade free where I can. But like there was two gaps to fill. It was either going to fill to the upside at that 36K level, or it was going to fill to the downside at the 28K level. And we can see that huge candle there, full of volume. Is it a
Mariposa? Yeah, it's a Mariposa.
Oh,
BTC Mariposa.
on a
After that
weekly as
bullish
well.
Mariposa.
On a
Was that the
weekly as
SVB
well.
Mariposa? The
This
first
one.
green Mariposa was SVB,
Yeah,
wasn't it? No,
that
that
was,
one
yeah.
there. Yeah, so we're starting to see that the pullback on that, aren't we? We're starting to see the correction for that.
And that came, it filled that gap perfectly. We still have a gap here between 19.9 and 20.5, we could say. So I'm expecting another pull here. We, on the weekly, for that to happen, we're looking at a break of this 26 level. And let me just go up into one of my charts that's marked up.
What's that resistance area with it? Like that before that green Mariposa from SVB, we've got that double top area. What is that around 24, is it?
Here.
Just before that Mariposa, the green one, just before that, we got that area, and then to your left, see that got that area of resistance, and then we got that wick come down and tapped it perfectly beforehand.
Yeah,
You see what I mean? Yeah.
One second. Not sure why my chart's not marked up. That's going to be very frustrating if I've lost all my data.
Under that tab at the top where it says unnamed save, have you got different thingies in there? When you see the recently used, you have different ones. Fucking.
Yeah, no, it's not that one. This is a completely different chart. Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah, but go through your charts now. Like that's what I'm saying. Each one of them things
there we go.
is
loaded.
Yeah, it's a different all of your instruments like relate to that one tab there, yeah. So you'd have different save files for all your instruments.
Oh, that's really saved under annoying to that one. All right. Yeah, so there's my position played down perfectly.
Ah, lovely that, bro.
Yeah, beautiful, huh?
20x.
So we had this was our confirmation. I said last time that after we broke in, I think it was 23rd of May, we can see here, or 10th of May, we broke down from the level at 30.8K. And this is where I held my short from, by the way. from FTX was from 30K to 18. The
Oh,
one I
I mean,
showed. Yeah, so all of that
what was
money's
that? What was
locked
that
in.
risk reward? What did you hit on that?
Zoom in a bit more.
And these are the funds that you've still got locked away. Well,
Yeah, so I managed to take profit.
5.65.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
lovely
risk to
trade that
reward you
means.
through there. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, so that's all stuck on there. Anyway, so we didn't since breaking that level on the weekly time frame, we haven't had a confirmation. And I've been looking at this as that confirmation, essentially. I did say on the last call as well that we didn't have a confirmation of this level either at 36K.
Yeah,
Now,
so rather than bullish move, these are potential confirmations of the bearish trend.
exactly, and that's still
Yeah,
why unless this level breaks, I'm still very bearish because
yeah,
this is the key level
makes
where we
sense.
haven't had a higher time frame confirmation yet.
That was acting as a good strong area of support as well if you look at the past, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the key level right now, like we're is these two bottoms here at around 26.8K. And that's on the
It looks a
weekly
lot like
time frame.
gold, doesn't it?
It looks a lot like gold. And there
I
has
think
been a
with
lot
that
more
bullish flag, it's just
similarities.
been broke.
There have been a lot more similarities with it as well. And essentially the after losing that 28, the level at 28.7K on the weekly time frame, which essentially like we're on the road to, I would say, around 25, 120. But this key level here is the crucial one. Like we want a break of this 26.8K level, and we should see this lower level here. I haven't marked it up here, but
If
25.3.
we've broken that the weekly structure point there, haven't we? What about the daily structure point? They say I've not backtested the structure points much. Obviously, they
I don't
work
really
well on
use, yeah, I don't use structure
they work
points
well
too
on
much.
yeah, they work well on Forex, but not so well on S&P and US 30. So, like you said, I don't really focus on structure points with crypto. Like,
I mean, it's worth also noting that this is some strong 200-day moving average trading above it, where we're essentially right on that point now, where
do you use
we've
volume weighted average price?
no,
If you what?
no, not at all. So this is the key level I'm looking at, and my short, I've got a TP here at 26.8, so I'll take profit essentially there first, but I'm really going to look at this key level around the 25K area, because once again, once we
Gotcha.
broke out on this daily, you can see that once we broke out here at 24.2K, we never had a confirmation. And I really like organic growth. And I said, if I see a big upwards movement like that and there's no confirmations, especially on, I wouldn't consider a daily too high a time frame. So for that not to have done a confirmation yet, so these look like key levels of entry for me, and
Was that
probably
fundamentals? Big upward move that the
yeah,
gap hasn't been filled. Was that fundamentals? Was it?
this was SVB, wasn't it?
Was that? Oh, that's the fucking Marabosa winning on
Yeah,
the weekly or the monthly. Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
that's
Yeah,
SVB.
so you want to see that get retested?
Yeah, I'd like to, and I look at this was a we could say that the whole SVB scandal was a very synthetic move, given what's happened. Now it should retest this level, and I think we've got several key levels that we should evaluate, and then also higher time frame levels. But these would be key levels, and I'll reiterate again that anything under 30K is a key spot level to buy. Obviously, timing those as optimally as possible is the best way. So we're looking for weekly, monthly supports where possible, and sufficing for a daily support if necessary. But that's where I'm really looking, and my whole perspective on this sort of bear market, bull market really changes on the break of that 36K level, because that's the last sort of break confirmation that we didn't get.
Yeah, so you're literally on the line now. If that breaks and we get a confirmation, your bias flips, long-term bias flips on BTC.
Exactly. So for now, it still exists. That's not to say like we're not in a bull market. It's just that the movement so far have been an inorganic bull
Is it
movement.
is it the bull run? Yeah, is it the bull market? Like you say, or is this a bull market to fill out the to confirm the bearish trend on the higher time frame.
Yeah, exactly. So look, and this is these times have not been felt before. It's not been felt by BTC, that's for sure. So it's a huge learning curve. Yes, we can rely on history, and history has told us that we have these 1 year bear markets and much higher time frame, like monthly charts. The patterns are there, and you can see it. So it does look like a trigger. So I do think we are in a bull cycle in the early stages of one, but I do still believe that there's some key entry levels for us to take below 30K if we're looking to accumulate spot positions.
So that's it, mate. It's still in people's best interest to manipulate price as well, isn't it? To start dropping it to accumulate more.
So there was someone on Twitter that they believe that because the US essentially said that they need to establish what all exchanges need to release proof of reserves. And then after that, there was some speculation on Twitter that Binance had stopped wash trading. And I haven't seen any damning evidence that suggests that Binance is wash trading, but they saw huge volume dips, and it's really difficult to say because a lot of that translates to TA. So we already predicted these patterns coming out for our technical analysis, and our bias was established. We knew these movements were coming, but then that comes on and we're seeing volume derive. So where you derive what's the word? How do you explain this? Where you derive your bias from, whether it be TA or this fundamental point of Binance not wash trading anymore. Like I am very much a believer that TA over FA gives you it brings volatility into the market, but in terms of predicting longer term price action and movement, it really comes down to technical analysis.
Yeah, it's a TA with the adapt and react sprinkled all over it, mate, innit? And that comes from your fundamentals. Is obviously getting your longer term bias off the charts, but what them fundamentals just throw a spanner in the works sometimes, and then you've got to be aware of what's going on in the macro environment. If you're just 100% technical, you are going to get caught out, aren't you? But like you say, technicals over fundamentals, definitely.
Exactly. And just quickly on ETH. ETH very briefly for the week was above 2,000. It was nice, enjoyable. It failed. It did fail to get that confirmation. So that really leaves us, and I'll keep this really brief because it's very two levels here that we need to be paying attention to with Ethereum. And it's the 2K level once again. And if we can reclaim 2K, then we'll and get a confirmation above that level. As you can see, we failed to get our confirmation above that 2K break.
Pulled straight back inside.
Exactly, straight up. And so if we don't break that 2K level and get that confirmation, then it really lies with 1740 next. So you can see 1740 about this level. You see my horizontal line there?
No, not that. Didn't have the option for it.
Yeah, I didn't have the option, did it? Has it been an update?
No, man's all sharp.
And I normally have like an arrow, a plus sign
I
here
think,
that allows me to.
Yeah. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, lad.
Yeah, someone's just messed with me. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but yeah, 1740 is the next key level here. You can see my little dotted line. So that's what we're really paying attention to from my perspective. We will see some slight resistance at 1770, but that's on a much lower time frame on the 4 hour.
It's just a big fake out of the 2K, that one, eh?
Exactly. And
literally pulled just as it went up, it comes straight back down, just mirrored that move straight back inside that range.
but as I might do a should we go to BTC dominance?
Yeah, man.
You can just see as dominance is now pulling back. We should see.
It's in a nice range, though, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's 4 hour, this, isn't it? Yeah, I thought that was like a weekly, bro. I was gonna say that's a nice range, but yeah, it's 4 hour. Sitting inside that 4 hour range, don't it?
I don't want a percentage. Have we got a market cap one? We do a market cap.
It's just like a percentage. A little idea as well. One run past it at the end.
For sure I did.
Little idea, bro. It's just just wait for the record to go off. Like, nah, man, just a little idea to do it. Possibly the mesh. But,
Okay.
I'll
But yeah,
say it on. I'll say it on record. Let's try to go.
but everyone was expecting as BTC dominance was falling that all of that capital would start pushing into the altcoins, but it didn't. It went somewhere completely else. Let me show you where this went.
PepsiCo was there.
Yeah, because I thought they might have a chart, but they don't. So I'm going to pull up another chart.
That excited kid there.
Yeah, because I've got an NFT and it's going to sell for bang because of this as well. Let me just share this. Pepe coin. Do you know Pepe?
Pepe the frog, the little green frog meme thing. Yeah.
So, wrong chart. Give me a second. Sorry.
Tell me there's a fucking pep chart, lad.
There's a Pepe chart.
Pep dominance. 0%.
Pepe's killing it.
Is that an NFT now, is it? Oh my god, lad.
Look at
Pep
that.
coin.
Pepe coin is killing it.
It's up 32%. When did that launch?
That's only for the day.
Today.
Look at the last 7 days.
Oh fuck, man.
And it launched. Oh, when did it? It
That's
started this year. So it started
that's
on
some
17th
growth,
of
that, bro.
April. So we've got a growth for, I don't even know what number that is. What is that? From 0.0000. Does it show me a percentage from this? No, it's just showing me 44.
Volume.
Maybe I can
Up
get
34%. Oh, some fucking gains, that, bro.
that's on the day.
I just wouldn't go near it. Just wouldn't go near that.
So what people have been doing
Like,
is like sandwich trading using bots. Do you know what a sandwich trade is?
no.
Okay, so sandwich trading is what they'll do is you'll get a trader come in, they set 2 orders. One is because it's on ETH, they set the gas fee. So they set a buy, let me get this right. They sell a short order at a higher gas fee so that their transaction comes in before others. And then they set a long at a lower gas fee so that theirs comes underneath the traders. So then they sandwich all of the traders between their long and their shorts.
I don't
And
fully
someone
get
made.
it. I half get what you're saying, but I can't picture
I'll find
why
some
that'd
details
benefit
on
you.
it, but someone made like 30 million doing it. It's in
Why
some
does it
countries it's
benefit
even
you?
illegal because
Why?
essentially these people can't exit. They're stuck in this range that they can't get any position out of.
So
And
what
then the
should be
bots
locking the
pull the value.
liquidity into that range?
Yeah, exactly. So let me show you. I'll actually just find you a proper definition instead of me trying to autistically explain it to you.
These fucking this AI, bro, it's so much cleverer than us, bro. That's the fear in it all. Someone comes up with an app and it just straight away it takes all of us out the game, and even the person that created it has no idea of it. You know what I mean? It's like people are creating things that they've no concept of the power of them.
So we've got a victim transaction trades a cryptocurrency asset X. Let's say it's Ether now to another crypto asset Y, and it makes a large purchase. So these guys use bots. So a bot sniffs out the transaction. It front runs the victim by purchasing asset Y before the large trade is approved. So to do this before, he increases the transaction. So he's willing to pay more in gas fees in order to do so.
To get
So
to jump the queue.
So he jumps the queue. This purchase price raises the price of asset Y for the victim trader, increases the slippage for them as well. So this is quite dangerous.
Yeah, like you said, I didn't realise it was an attack. I obviously just read the sandwich attack. Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, so because of this high purchase price of asset Y, the price goes up, the victim buys at a higher price of asset Y, and then the attacker sells at a higher price.
Mate, there's some crazy fucking nerds out there, bro, who come up with this stuff. Like you look at that
Strategies.
what's his name? Vitalik, what's the Ethereum guy? What's his name? Vitalik.
Vitalik, yeah.
Vitalik, like you look at him, bro, you know what I mean? It's like there's people like him, like just locked in cupboards coming up with this stuff. Like,
In his little flowery pajamas.
yeah, not a stitch of vitamin D in him, lad. He's just, but it's just amazing coming up with all that stuff.
Ooh. Should we quickly do some Forex? Want to do some FX?
Yeah, man.
Want to stick a...
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at GU.
Let's see S&P as well.
Yeah, let's have a look at
There's
GUGJ and
finally
then that's
some bearish sentiment in the news now, saying the SME's due for 50% more corrections.
oh yeah, it's looking like it's pulling back. Like GU, 5 days left on the month. Same as gold, we're trading above this monthly structure point. Say 5 days left on the month. We haven't seen a big move to the upside, and already we're starting to pull back and leave a wick at this area, which is 1.245. Been an important area of it's been holding as support, resistance, support, been acting as resistance over the last few months, and now we're coming up. We've broken through it, but we haven't been able to. Obviously, we've still got 5 days left on the close, so we could potentially close above that area. But like you can see from this month's candle, we've broken through, and then we've pulled straight back inside, and we've left this big wick. So at the minute, we're bullish on GU. Go down into the weekly, you can see we're still making bullish structure. We've this previous high has been broken. We've closed above it. We've had a bit of last week, the week prior, we had a retest of that area, which was 1.24, left us a big wick. But obviously, it's a bit of a doji candle, bit of indecision in the market. Got this big wick to the upside, this big wick to the upside, wick to the downside, showing indecision. But then we've opened up last week. Once again, another wick to the downside, but we've come up and we've broken through this area 1.245. But like you see, we haven't been able to close above it for the week, but we're still bullish in structure. We've obviously broken this structure point, but we're yet to retest it. So if we look on a daily, very choppy, very you see we're very choppy at the minute. We've had over the last few days or the last few weeks, we've had this big bullish move up into the 1.25 area. Starting to see double tops at this area on the daily, and then we've pulled back, but price is maintaining. It's maintained it. This blue area was the range we said on the last pre-week technicals, what we were predicting a bit of a range playing out. So I do still see price coming down to retest this monthly supply and demand zone. Because like you say, we've had wicks coming down.
Have you frozen? Have I frozen? Having some technical difficulties. Sorry, technical difficulties.
During technical analysis. Right, so yeah, we'll just jump back in. So on the monthly, we're looking bullish. We've broken this monthly structure point, and the monthly supply and demand area is still holding on the monthly. This area of 1.245 is still acting as resistance. We've seen it act as support here. Obviously on the monthly, support, resistance, area support and resistance support. It's been acting as resistance over the last few months, and now we've broken above it this month, and then we've pulled back inside. Still 5 days left on the candle, so we could potentially close above it or below. Obviously, that's to be seen. We go down into the weekly, so we're still bullish on the weekly structure, but we're not we are due a retracement. Like we see these we see this area here. So it's looking like we could see double tops at this area below the 2.45, which, as we mentioned, is acting as strong resistance. So this week price has opened up. It's come down. It's retested down this area, but it's not come all the way down to that monthly supply and demand area, which I'd like to see at 1.232 around that area, which is also the monthly structure point. So we have broken above this weekly structure point, but we can see these couple of wicks over the last few weeks. It's not getting confirmation above this 1.245 area, which we'd like to see to continue that bullish momentum, potentially breaking this area and then filling these gaps to come up to that 1.3 area that we mentioned. Expecting a little bit of sideways movements, and this blue box is that range that we were expecting from the last pre-week technicals. We were expecting price to trade within this range. I think we can continue to expect price to trade in this range with how we are expecting the Dixie to react this week when we open up. So just looking off the daily, we've seen this massive wick to the downside. It's come back to retest that daily structure point. So I'd like to see, I think we're going to see a retracement. One sec, sorry, lad. Please, sorry, mate. So on the back into the daily. So we're seeing this area consolidation. I'd like to see these highs break at 1.252 to be taking the longer, higher probability longs, the long positions. 1.245. If we break above this and confirm, then potentially see another bullish move up above that area. But what I'm looking for at the minute is to see price close above 1.245 and give us confirmation of that area, and then to break these highs up here to start taking longs, as we could potentially trade within this range, maybe even all the way back to this monthly supply and demand area. As I was mentioning, it's been close, but that area hasn't been properly retested yet. So I'd like to see price retrace for this monthly supply and demand area before taking off. But yeah, it's been very, very choppy on the Forex side of things.
Would you look at that formation there as a potential head and shoulders?
Yeah, definitely. So we're seeing that. Oh, one sec.
Got the double touch of the neckline.
You're right. Yeah.
Lower.
So
that could be the justification there for retest of that level you want at 1.2125.
1.2125.
That was the level we were saying. Yeah.
Oh no, just this. Yeah, this area. Yeah. So it's if we look on the monthly, it's our monthly structure point is at that area, and we've also, if you look at these wicks, we've got this big, massive wick coming down here. A lot of wicks to the left. You can see that this area around 1.23250. So we call it 250 as well, with it being that quarter point. And obviously, we know GU respects the quarter points, as we've seen when we went into them historical lows, all-time lows. So I'd like to see this area, with it being, we're building up our confidence, as we've got a strong monthly supply and demand area, and we've also got that monthly structure point. So if we do close within this range, then I could see something along those lines playing out. A bit of sideways action.
In here. Angriest wicks though, doesn't it? Look how angry those wicks are.
Oh, we haven't even got into GJ yet, mate. GJ's bad for wicks, mate.
It just shows the volume that exists there and the volatility in these markets. Yeah. You can explain this. Just explains why people are trading them so much.
Trillions per day, mate, isn't it?
I like the predictability of crypto.
Can't manipulate. That's it. I'm just obviously, with my background, I've just went full into Forex, commodities, indices. I do like to trade crypto, and obviously I need to back test and forward test a lot more. But I definitely want to get more involved in trading crypto. Like, but yeah, GJ tends to have really aggressive wicks. If you just look at that structure there, mate, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that big wick. That is, just look at that wick there, mate. That's obviously we've seen a lot of choppy action. Wiki.
What was that from?
I don't know.
There was a no, I sound like an idiot. There was a film or something that's on like wiki.
Oh no, no, no. Oh, funny that. We're expecting it. It's on the monthly. DJ. What's that? Bearish stock on. Still a bullish candle, but a lot of indecision. Yeah, on the monthly, we still not taking out this higher high. It's just we're in. It looks like we're in an area of consolidation on the monthly. Let's go down a week to take a. So we are bullish. We're still bullish on them. Pretty strange one to call, obviously, because we got this higher high and we got this lower low. So we've broken. I'd still say that we're bullish based on this area here. So we've come up at this bit of consolidation. We've broken that low, but we've not. We've come up for that retest, like you say. This is where we see these crazy wicks, and then we've broken back through that low, that structure point low. We've made this new high through all these structure points, but then we've come back and we haven't held the support there. We've ripped straight back through. So you can see it sort of high, lower lows all the time, and then we've made this lower low, which is below all this structure, all this bullish structure, but then we've pulled back inside that range. So to me, this entire area just looks like a bullish, a complex pullback on a bullish trend. But obviously, it's not very clear. It's big area of consolidation.
Which does make sense
So if
with
we go,
Japan being in QE.
yeah, like you say, the monetary policies in Japan at the minute is they're in QE, whereas obviously when we see a bit of strength with the pound, it's just a very choppy period. I've been trying to stay away from GJ while it's like this because basically we're going into no trade zones and stuff. But on the weekly, we're seeing bullish structure, nice clean bullish structure on the weekly. Like, let's delete this.
Yeah,
Pretty,
just higher lows, higher
yeah,
highs, very clean.
yeah,
I'd like a
very
retest on
clean
the weekly there.
of the weekly structure point.
Yeah, I just for some cleaner motion.
Yeah, because it has been retesting the lows. Obviously, that one didn't retest perfectly. It come back down, but we have this 160 area is a massive area of support on the monthly. Once again, like GU, we've got that monthly area of support. But we have been very choppy. You can see that area has been it's held there very well, and it's held in the past the 160 area. It's always been a big area on the monthly for GJ. But we go back down into the weekly. Like you say, we've been making this nice clean structure, so it would make sense for price to pull back into this 163,500 area to retest that weekly structure point. If we look at the last couple of weeks, we've seen that big bullish move. Obviously, we have had this big wick, big indecision doji. Then we've opened up, big bullish move, and we can see this is the weekly chart. We can see momentum is starting to go out of that. The bullish momentum is starting to decrease. We've seen a big wick at this area, and prices close below. Yeah, so that definitely say would do a retracement at least to, I mean, 164,500. We've got a daily supply and demand area at 164,500. We've also got this daily structure point. So we'd like to see, for a more organic move, we'd like to see that 163,500 area retest, which is that weekly structure point, sorry. Go into the daily. Look at that big wick from Friday. Killer that, mate, innit? But yeah, we've not had a retest of that of that daily structure point here at 164,500 around that early area. So say we've seen on the Friday, nice, once again mentioning nice clean structure. We got these made this high, little area consolidation with some wick, bit of indecision, and then we broke out, and then we've seen this massive wick. It's broken through that daily structure point, that daily, the higher low. It's broken through the daily structure point on that. Then we got a bit of a sellers, a bit of impulsive move to the downside, but then it's pulled back up, and you can see where it's closed way above structure. So that's given us on the daily. We've got a nice clean retest of that daily structure point. So we could potentially open up, break this daily structure point, and then see a bullish move. But I would like to see price just off this big move to the downside. I'd like to see price come back, tap the areas around 164, 600, potentially 160, 500. So I'll be looking for buys in this area for GJ. You could potentially look for sells if we get a break and retest of this daily structure point. I'd be very careful, and I'd build my confidences, and I'd wait for the retest and wait to see 166 break and establish resistance before I did take a counter trend short. But to be honest, I've been trying to avoid trading counter trends. But yeah, there's always the potential of a short down to this area, 164, 500, which is it's a potential 150 pip move. So it's well taken, 134 pips to the top of that daily structure point. So it is worth taking a counter trend sell on it. But like I say, as traders, we deal with probability.
Yeah, just manage your risk. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I'll be waiting on this area to be retested. This is my area to look for buys on GJ. If we're going off a retest, once we've seen this area retest, then I'd like to see around this area break and retest for higher probability longs, and this area up here is the highest probability. So if we can get a break and retest of this daily structure point, and then we make our third leg extension, that would be the highest probability buys on GJ, which is around the 167, 600 area. But once again, it's about just adapting and reacting to what the market gives us upon opening. But yeah, that's me thoughts on GJ at the minute. Like 4 hour, we broke down and we retested that area at 167, which has been on the 4 hour. It's been holding us resistance, support. It's then broken down through, and then we're coming back to establish resistance at that 167 area. So that'll fall in line with our hypothesis. If we confirm the breakdown of 167, then it looks like we're going down to retest these areas which we mentioned. But yeah, that's me outlook on GJ. Like, should we have a look at S&P?
Yeah, I think S&P. I'm interested to see S&P, especially because a lot of the media right now has actually brought on a lot more bearish sentiment to the market.
Yeah, you can see just off that monthly wick we got that because these areas I took a few trades off last week. So I've got 2 charts for this. I found out the other day I was taking trades off one chart, and see, my NT was at, what was it? See the way they're showing now, 4133.1, 4133.51. I was trading off one chart, and then when I realised me broke out at the other chart, I was like, oh, like I was saying, yeah, it's like it was a massive discrepancy. Not, I say massive, it was a big enough discrepancy to affect your entries and your exits.
Tip discrepancy,
yeah, let me just check it out. Which chart?
there was a gap there to be filled as well. Oh no, it was filled.
Yeah, you see this one. This is more of the gaps are more prevalent, whereas in this one not. Sorry. So yeah, if we look on a monthly, monthly is looking bullish. So we've been making structure to the, obviously we come down from here, made lower lows, lower high, lower low. Then we didn't make a lower high, but we didn't break this high. So we've been consolidating in this area for a bit, and now we started to approach these previous levels. But you can see our momentum is starting to. We've got this like this little bit of it. Obviously, with 5 days left on the monthly, we got this big move to the upside, and then once we're approaching this area where we can see that previous on a monthly. This is on a monthly chart, so we can see that area sort of getting to that same area now. We're running out of momentum, so we are bullish on the monthly, but we're starting to see price run out of bullish momentum. If we go down, that's that. Sorry.
Since July, more than July, I think May time, we've been in this kind of range, sitting under 4160.
Yeah, and this, yeah, it's like say like the 4.2, the 4.2 mark there, down to like 3.5. So it's a big range that we've been in since last year. Yeah. There's the beginning there. Q1 of 22 was around here. So we come in on the fourth month. We come in last April 2022. We broke into that range, yeah, and we've not been able to get out of it. Obviously, broke out for a couple of weeks and then pulled straight back inside that range. So yeah, it is. These are significant highs from the go back up to the monthly. These areas here around 4.132 are significant highs. It's an important resistance that we want to see break. So if we go down to the weekly again, just get rid of this area. So we're bullish on the weekly. We've broken through this weekly structure point. We've not yet to retest. As I mentioned, I've not really back tested much structure points with the S&P and the Nasdaq and stuff, but it's a lot less reliable than it is with Forex and commodities. But we've broken this weekly structure point. We've made a big bullish move to the upside, but once again we've hit this area of resistance that we mentioned, and we're starting to see momentum run out. So last week we seen price hasn't been able to break above that area. It's come back. It's sort of I think that's it. Yeah, so it's a daily structure point on there. So sorry, go back to the weekly. It's on the weekly. We're seeing a bit of indecision. We've seen that bullish momentum running out at that important area we mentioned, and we've seen a big wick to the upside, also a wick to the downside, suggesting that we've got a bit of indecision in the S&P. Going to it daily. Yeah, daily we've been making nice clean bullish structure. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, higher low. We didn't break through and make that higher high, but we also didn't break below this lower low. So once again, we've got just a bit of a complex pullback, a complex bullish pullback, and then once price managed to break through this daily structure point and also this daily structure high. So this area consolidation was broken with this candle, and then we've seen price maintain above that for the last few days. So the last trading week, price has managed to maintain above this daily structure. We haven't been able to close below this high. So we're still bullish on the S&P, but it's looking, see these wicks on the upside, it's looking like momentum is slowing down. We are going to be due a retest. Yes, look at the 4 hour. So yeah, the 4 hour this is the range I've been trading from 4140 to 4127. But yeah, look at that range. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, so we got the 4160 as well. Yeah, so we've been trading within this 4140 range and 4127. It's actually been really, but up here we've got this, I think that was a 1 hour resistance. So we got on the 1 hour, we've got resistance levels within those ranges. So we've got these levels of resistance within those ranges. As you can see on the 1 hour there, we did manage to come up, break above that 4140 area. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's going on there, bro?
Cool.
That never happened on a 30-minute candle, but it happened on a 15-minute candle, and it happened on a 1 hour candle. On a 1 minute, sorry.
That's strange.
Why didn't that occur on a 30-minute? It's not there on the 30-minute chart. Very strange. I've not seen that before, mate. But on the 1 hour, like you say, we was trading within that range, 4140 to 4115. We've been trading in that range for the last on the hour. We've got this area of resistance on the 1 hour from 4135 to around 4137. Price broke through there, broke above the 4140, then pulled back inside that range. So yeah, that's perplexed me that the way that's not on the 30-minute chart, but it's on every single chart, bro. That's very strange, that. But yeah, if you look at the 4 hour chart, we've also got this area of consolidation, this area of resistance, sorry, within 4160, 4140 range. So prices managed to come up. It's grabbed a lot of liquidity
A
from that
lot.
area of resistance. Yeah, a shit ton of liquidity, and then pulled. I just don't, mate, that has really perplexed me to why was that the that's the wick, is that the wick there on the 1 hour? But then where's that wick? Sorry, man, I'm gonna have to it's just absolutely, it's just battered me head. I'm gonna have to look into that later on my own. I'll just take up time, yeah. But yeah, obviously on the 1 hour, it's ripped through. It's grabbed a lot of liquidity from there and pulled back inside that range. I see price coming back down to at least touch the 4127 and potentially come all the way back down to that daily structure point of 4115. But yeah, bit of a range on the S&P at the minute. I'd like to see I'd like to see 4160 break and hold the support to take longs, and 4115 to break and hold as resistance to take shorts down into this area, 4087. But yeah, it's very choppy at the minute, S&P. But yeah, if price maintains above 4115, we could be trading in this range to 4160. But once again, adapt and react, and we just have to see how price opens up on Monday. Yeah,
Monday tells
definitely,
all.
definitely do a pullback. Definitely do a pullback, though, I think, onto at least these areas.